When you customize a document library in terms of the columns that you're seeing, in terms of any sorting or filtering or grouping, you're basically customizing what you're viewing. So you're customizing the view. And the majority of the time, the view that we're looking at is this view here called All Documents. But if we were to click this Open the View Options menu button, rather long word, we could actually save this view as a new view based on the current one. So I'm going to save this view as Assignments. I then decide, is this going to be a public view in which all users of this SharePoint site can see and use this view, or is this a view that only I will use? But I'm going to actually make it a public view and click Save. What I can then do is actually customize this view. So I might decide that I want to group it by those that are responsible for certain documents, those people who are assigned to a document. So I'm going to hit this drop down and I'm going to choose Group by Responsible. And now there's been a change to this view. And this view change has not been saved. And that's indicative by the star or asterisk to the right of the view name. If I click Assignments and then I save the view as its current name, the asterisk will disappear and this view and the changes made to it have now been saved. And so this is a view called Assignments. And in fact, if I hit this drop down, I can see that I've actually got two views. I can flick back to All Documents, and that's that view, or I can flick back to Assignments, and that's that view, grouped by who a job is assigned to. As far as editing a view, it's really quite easy to just go into Assignments and choose to edit the current view. If I edit the current view, I could give the view a new name just by altering the name here. I could also decide on what its URL or its SharePoint page name was. I could also make this the default view for this particular document library. I can also here control what columns are seen and in what order. Further down, I can control any sorting or any grouping that goes on with this particular view. Grouping's controlled in here, filtering's controlled here, sorting's controlled here, and there's lots of options that you can use to customize or edit this view. But I'm just going to go cancel. Finally, if you need to delete a view, I would go back into Edit the Current View. And it's in here that you have a button called Delete that you could just click and it would actually delete this particular view, which I won't do, but that's how you would delete it. So if I go Cancel, the sorts of options that you've got in the Open View Options menu button, which is this button here, you can save the view, you can set it as the current view as the default, you can edit the view, and you can even format the view. And here is where you can flick between views, and here's also where you can change to a compact list, tiles, quite different looking, or flick back to list, and I'll go back to list.